Start with a calm, warm, and inviting tone. Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to explore something that lies at the heart of every family, the beautiful, sometimes challenging, journey of parenting. It's not about finding a magic formula or a one-size-fits-all solution. Instead, it's about shifting our perspective. You see, a child isn't just a small person waiting to grow up. A child is a big soul, communicating with simple words and powerful emotions. They feel long before they can articulate those feelings. They observe every little thing we do, long before they can speak about it. So, our primary role as parents isn't to control them, but to connect with them on a deep, meaningful level. It's about building a bridge of trust, understanding, and love. This connection is the foundation upon which everything else is built. It's the secret ingredient to raising resilient, compassionate, and happy individuals. So, let's dive into what this art of connection, this art of smart parenting, really looks like in our daily lives. Let's imagine a common scenario. Your child is having a full-blown meltdown. They're upset, crying, maybe even screaming. Our gut reaction might be to raise our voice, to shout, "Calm down," or "Stop it." But have you ever noticed how that never really works? Shouting at an upset child will never teach them how to be calm. It only teaches them to be afraid of our reaction, and eventually, afraid of their own big emotions. Instead, let's try a different approach. Physically get down to their level. Kneel or sit so you are eye to eye. This simple act shows respect and removes the feeling of being towered over. Then, look gently into their eyes, not with anger, but with empathy, and say something soft and reassuring like, "I'm right here with you. I can see you're really upset. Let's take a slow breath together." You can even model it for them. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. In that quiet, shared moment, something incredible happens. The storm inside them begins to settle because they feel seen, heard, and safe. You are not just stopping a tantrum. You are teaching them emotional safety. You are showing them that their feelings are valid and that you are their safe harbor, no matter how big the storm. Now, let's talk about mistakes. They're an inevitable and essential part of growing up, and honestly, of being human. A glass gets knocked over, a wall gets a new crayon mural, a rule is broken. Our first instinct might be to punish, to implement a consequence that makes them pay for their mistake. But what does punishment truly teach? It often teaches shame, secrecy, and the fear of getting caught. It focuses on the negative outcome rather than the opportunity for growth. So, let's reframe this. When a child makes a mistake, let's see it as a teachable moment. Instead of punishing the child, let's focus on teaching them how to fix the mistake. Instead of saying "you're in trouble," try asking a collaborative question. "Oops, that was an accident. What can we do together to make this better?" Or "how can we fix this?" This simple shift in language is transformative. It invites your child to be part of the solution, not the problem. It builds a sense of responsibility, problem-solving skills, and integrity. They learn that mistakes aren't the end of the world but are opportunities to learn and make amends. This approach cultivates a responsible adult, not a shame-filled child. One of the most damaging traps we can fall into as parents is the comparison game. We might say it with good intentions. "Why can't you be more like your sister?" Or "Look how well your cousin is doing in school." But the message a child hears is, "You are not good enough as you are. Think of a garden. A delicate flower doesn't look at a towering tree and feel inadequate. Each plant grows in its own time, in its own unique way, with different needs for sun and water. Our children are the same. Each is a unique individual with their own timeline for development, their own strengths, and their own challenges. So, let's throw comparison out the window. Instead, let's focus on individual encouragement. When they are struggling, instead of pointing to someone else's success, get into the trenches with them. Say, "I see you're working so hard on this. I believe in you." Or, even better, "Let's try this again." Together, this fosters a growth mindset, teaching them that effort matters more than innate talent. It tells them that your love and support are unconditional, not dependent on them outshining someone else. You become their biggest cheerleader, not their toughest critic. In our fast-paced, digitally driven world, what do our children truly crave from us? It's not the latest gadget or the most expensive toy. What they need, more than anything else, is our undivided attention. They need to know that they are more important than the phone in our hand or the email on our screen. This brings us to the profound power of listening. It sounds simple, but truly listening is a revolutionary act of love. When your child comes to you, bursting with a story about a cool rock they found or a funny thing that happened at school, put everything else aside for a moment. Look at them. Listen to their small, seemingly insignificant stories today. Because when you do, you're sending a powerful message. You matter to me. Your thoughts and feelings are important. This daily practice of active listening builds an unbreakable bond of trust. And that trust is currency for the future. When they trust you with their small stories as a child, they will come to you with their big feelings, their fears, and their problems as a teenager. You are building a foundation for a lifetime of open communication. So, what is the takeaway from all of this? The art of smart parenting isn't about achieving perfection. There is no such thing as a perfect parent, and striving for it will only lead to burnout and frustration. It's about being intentional. It's about choosing connection over control, empathy over anger, and patience over pressure. It's about being present, not just physically in the same room, but mentally and emotionally available for your child. It's in the small, everyday moments, the shared breath during a tantrum, the collaborative cleanup after a spill, the encouraging word instead of a comparison, the focused attention on a silly story. These are the moments that shape our children. Remember the most fundamental truths of parenting. Our children learn so much more from who we are than from what we say. They absorb our patience, our kindness, our resilience, and our love. We are their living curriculum. As you go about your day, hold this simple thought close to your heart. Plant love, and you will watch love grow. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope these ideas have offered you some encouragement and a fresh perspective on your own parenting journey. It truly is the most important work we will ever do. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content on mindful and connected living. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Take care and be kind to yourself.